Right, good evening, everybody. Welcome to Rugby Brough Council's Cabinet meeting this evening. I'm Councillor Michael Moran, Leader of the Council and Chair of Cabinet. The meeting is being web streamed to the public through the Council's YouTube channel. During the meeting, when asked to speak, please use the push-to-talk microphone, push-to-talk button on the microphone in front of you. Before we begin the formal agenda, I'm obliged to read out the following fire notice. There is no fire drill scheduled in the building this evening. If the fire alarm does sound, then please could I ask that you make your way out of the building down the main staircase and out onto the main doors of the Town Hall and congregate at the entrance of Caldecott Park. An officer of the Council will give instructions on when it is safe to return to the building. Okay, so moving on to the agenda item 1, minutes. So to confirm the minutes, the meeting held on 21st of January. All those in favour? Oh, someone's got to move it, sorry. Second it.
Chair, I'll second the
And all those in favour? Okay, thank you very much. Okay, item 2, apologies. To receive apologies for absence from the meeting.
Chair, we've received no apologies this evening.
Excellent. Moving swiftly on. Item 3, declarations of interest. So to receive declarations of A, non-pecuniary interests as defined by the Council's Code of Conduct for councillors. Anybody at all? Okay. Item B, pecuniary interests as defined by the Council's Code of Conduct for councillors. No. And item C, notice under Section 106 Local Government Act 1992, non-payment of council charge, so community charge or council tax. No, everyone up to date? Good, okay, thank you. Question time, number 4 on the agenda. Do we have any questions for us?
Chair, there are no questions this evening.
Okay. Item 5. We've got our growth and investment digital communications portfolio. Could I ask Councillor Robinson to move the item?
Yep, I so move.
I'll second it.
So just speaking briefly to this one, you'll see in the note in the papers that we've already had public engagement in terms of bringing to influence how this plan, this supplementary planning document has come together. And it is now ready for the formal consultation that's required legally. That's the next step. So I just want to put on record thanks to the officers for bringing that forward and to members of the public that have engaged so far. And yeah, looking forward to seeing what comes back through the consultation process. So I'm just putting it to Cabinet to approve for it to go out to consultation.
Great, thank you very much, Councillor Robinson. Can I get any comments or questions from the Conservative group?
I think just to echo what Councillor Robinson said, obviously there's already been a lot of work in the report to develop the document to this stage. I know my colleagues from the borough wards affected by the SPD are grateful for the engagement they've had so far. Obviously this is the next step and it will come back to Council and Cabinet in due course.
Okay, thank you. And I think from the Liberal Democrat group?
I would just like to place on record my thanks to the staff. It's an incredibly complex thing to pull together and they've spent a lot of time on it. And I'd also like to thank all the members of the public who I've spoken to and those who came to the consultation sessions and have fed back into the process. I think that always makes things better and more useful. So I look forward to seeing the next round of consultation and the comments that we get in. Thank you.
No, thank you very much. Okay, so back to Cabinet. So can I move all those in favour of that item to go forward? Great, that's unanimous. Thank you very much. Okay, moving on to item 6. So the Finance, Performance, Legal and Governance portfolio. Handing over to Councillor Mystery.
Thank you, Chair. I move recommendation that the Council forecast financial position for 24-25 be considered an item 2, performance information in section 5 of the report be noted.
I second that.
Chair, thank you. This is the budget that was set in February last year, And there are pressures across the services, and it's added up quite a bit of pressure in a way, almost 2.3, and it's been offset by almost 1.12 million in the interest above what we should get on the money that we borrowed. And the biggest issue is that work service unit and share bond, and we've been through in Q2. We're trying to address it as we go forward, and clearly also with the planning fee, which is where it falls in, hopefully what we see the pressure now of almost 750,000 will be addressed in Q4. And there are a couple of other bits and pieces that we've gone through in Q2, the audit fee, which should have been addressed in 22-23, and it went up 150,000, 150%, and it goes on. So hopefully, come in the next item, we will address that deficit as we go forward. So I move so.
Thank you very much, Councillor Mystery. Over to the Liberal Democrats this time. Any comments or questions at this point?
Yeah, I mean, it's quite clear that there's pressure on the particular budgets at this point going forward, and some of them are well out of control of the local authority as these things. It's about events that come along and how they're brought forward. So I think as we move through this budget cycle, we need to ensure that we're starting to address those.
Thank you very much. To the Conservative Group, any comments, questions to make?
Yes, Chairman, thank you. I agree with what Councillor Rood has just said and the comments from the portfolio holder. We'll keep our comments ready for full council. Thank you.
Cannot wait. Great. Thank you very much. No, look, for me, Councillor Mystery, it's good to have such, you're putting such time and energy into such a portfolio, and clearly change is needed. And I'm guessing you're going to talk about that in the following item. But for now, going back to item 6, so for the Finance Performance Monitoring Q3 report, can we have all those in favour, please? Okay, that's unanimous. Thank you very much. Back to you, Councillor Mystery, item 7, the draft General Fund Revenue and Capital Budget 25-26 and medium-term strategy.
Thank you, Chair. It's got a lot of recommendation, and this is still document work in progress, so hopefully come the council meeting on 13th we'll address it. So I'll second it, and I'll speak in a minute.
You
will second it, I did. Thank you, Chair. I'm sure, as Councillor Poole said, that we'll have a good debate and on the 13th of February. So it's still got few bits and pieces that misses, and I would like to thank John Illingworth and the team, and also the Chief Officer. They know that we've been working pretty hard last 4 months with, and I would like to thank Councillor Lewis as well. He's been quite a stalwart, just hanging with me, and there doesn't go a day we haven't been in John's office or on team and trying to fix the foundation of the budget. And hopefully this will be the core thing that we're going to make sure that going forward, we're not having all this pressure that we were discussing in Q3.
Thank you very much, Councillor Mystery. To Councillor Poole, Councillor Pickett, any comments or questions to make?
Yes, comments, yeah. As you just alluded to, we can't wait either till the 13th, so let the battle commence.
Noted, thank you. Councillors Roodhouse, Mackenzie, any comments to make?
What's happening on the 13th? Okay, right. So about 10 to 7, you'll come forward with an amendment, isn't it? Is that the one?
I never thought of that one.
Oh, okay, there you go. So, no, I recognise in here, place on record, thanks to the staff concerned. I think the important thing about this is it's in bullet point 1, really, which is this is a medium-term financial strategy, and I think, as will be alluded to on the 13th, that this is a medium-term plan, not a one-year plan.
Thank you very much, Councillor Roodhouse. And again, I think for me, obviously conscious that something like this, it's a slight shame that we don't have the report to follow. Sorry, that we we don't have the report in front of us fully, but recognising that trying to fix 25 years cannot be done in one day, so it's good to get it done properly. So I look forward to that and look forward to the debate going forward. So moving back to colleagues then to move that item on to Council on the 13th. All those in favour, please? Great, that's unanimous. Thank you very much. Back to you then, Councillor Mystery, finally, for the devolution white paper, item number 8.
Thank you, Chairman. I move the header for noting devolution white paper. That's, I think everybody's aware of it, and the unitary authority that we were working towards. So I move, sir.
I second it.
Okay, thank you very much, Councillor Mystery. Councillor Picker, Councillor Poole, do you have anything to say on devolution?
I think we are very much in a place where we wait and see what is yet to come from Whitehall and elsewhere. The report's good and sets out very clearly the position we're in at the moment, but that position is liable to change in the near future or perhaps not. So it's very hard to comment on where we are at the moment, but I'm sure we'll revisit this topic as and when clarity emerges.
Thank you very much. Councillors Roothouse Mackenzie?
I was just going to flick a coin, I think, to see which went. Was it Wednesday? Wednesday. Well, according to the WhatsApps I'm getting through tonight. It's always another day. So, yeah, stuck between number 10 and number 11. Ever was thus so. A welcome paper, well-written report, and I think it does lay things out clearly. I suppose the only assurance is, because it's a report for noting, that there will, if things do move forward, we may, well, I'd like to see a special council meeting that starts to just debate the one subject, I think, which will be for us to do. Probably not on the 13th or whatever, but to put it into a separate meeting, special council meeting, to discuss what the next steps and how we approach that as a local authority.
Fully support the idea of a special council. I think ultimately, I hope a cross-party consensus is to do what's best for rugby. So let us all work as best we can together at that point. Okay, going back to colleagues from the Cabinet then, to move the item 8 for noting, all those, but we've got to vote, do we? Yeah, all those in vote, please. Thank you very much. That's taken care of. Thank you. Okay, next one, Communities, Homes, Regulation and Safety Portfolio. Item number 9, Councillor Edwards.
Thank you, Chair. We've looked at this already. It hasn't changed very much. We're going to look at it again tomorrow. So, with your indulgence, I will move the report as written and actually just thank officers for all their hard work in putting this together. And to the work that we do with Councillor New, because she's been incredibly helpful and positive in our arrangements over the last 6 months. And I look forward to a widespread debate tomorrow. Thank you.
Councillors Roothouse Mackenzie, anything to add there?
I was going to say a lot tonight, but I suppose I'll save it for tomorrow night, really. That's how it is, isn't it? No, we'll have tomorrow night's discussion and debate. No, welcome it. But I'd also want to now, place record my thanks to the staff and Michelle's team and everybody else that's worked, because quite clearly, as will be said tomorrow night, there's some clear indicators within that report.
And for the Conservative Group, any comments, questions?
Yeah, I echo what Councillor Roodhouse has said. Thanks to the staff. It's not easy, and I look forward to the debate with Councillor Edwards tomorrow.
Agreed, and I echo those comments. So thank you very much. So back to colleagues to vote then to move that forward, please. That's unanimous and carried. Thank you very much. Okay, so at this point I'll probably make a mistake, but unless I can see it, that is the end of the active agenda. We don't have any exempt items, so can I thank everyone for their attendance and bid you goodwill at 6:14.